Greetings everybody, TCGWolf here, and we're about to give you, well, a channel update, I suppose. It's been a while since we had one of these, and there's quite a few things to cover considering, well, life doesn't always go as you planned, now does it? Now, you do know me, I tend to go on tangents, and I tend to jump from topic to topic worse than a kangaroo, but I'm gonna do my best, alright? You'll have timestamps down below, just as I do chapters on every other video, that will kind of go over what I want to talk about, so feel free to skip around as you see fit for the things that you would like to hear about. Let's start with channel content, because that's probably what the most of you are interested in. As you all saw yesterday, and in case you missed it, there's a link in, whatever side the buttons appear on nowadays, For Fun Friday was just released. For Fun Friday is my way of just being able to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Without any weird restrictions on it. I can just pick a deck, go into a mega, play a couple of games, and enjoy my time doing so, and I hope all of you enjoyed it as well. If you haven't watched that video yet, again, there's a button link thing. I'm not sure how YouTube works with these, but it'll be there. You'll see it. This means that we now have 3 videos uploaded to the channel every week, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. But there is one more series coming to this channel shortly called Wolfie vs. the World. Wolfie vs. the World, or WVW if you want to be super, weird about it, is a series where I tackle an opponent with weird restrictions in place. There are going to be a ton of funky things going on in that show. Things like, dueling with a deck where 90% of your cards are spells, dueling with a deck where you're forced to have 20 trap cards, dueling with a deck that has to be one element, or attribute I guess it is in this game, well, shit. Needless to say, it's going to be incredibly funky, and I think a lot of you are going to enjoy it. Think of it as a weekly Yu-Gi-Oh! Challenge video featuring some other content creators as well as supporters of the channel. It's going to be incredibly fun to do, I think, simply because when wouldn't you want to experience Yu-Gi-Oh! In weird and wacky ways, am I right? Now, Wolfie vs. the World is going to be uploaded on Mondays, so whenever that series is going to be kicked off, I'm not entirely certain yet because there are a few kinks that I'd like to work with during so, but expect it sometime during late September, early October. Again, I'm horrible with time, so don't take me for granted when that thing comes out. But regardless, you know about it now. It's been leaked. Have fun with that. If you would like to participate in the show, there are 2 simple requirements. Either A, be a fellow content creator with something to show for yourself, or B, be a channel supporter. Now, while all is well and good on YouTube, unfortunately, one side of the coin has to take a bit of a hit here. Unfortunately, Twitch streams are going to die down a little bit as I now require one more day to edit. So, instead of streaming the usual Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, I am now streaming Tuesdays and Saturdays over at TCGWolfYT on Twitch. Tuesdays are going to be for the new Deck Test Tuesday, which is where it's been moved. In case you didn't watch the episode of For Fun Friday yesterday, that has an explanation to it, feel free to check it out. And Saturdays are going to be variety streams, where I simply play whatever the hell I feel like, whenever I feel like. There's going to be no restrictions on that one, it's just going to be for fun. With that out of the way, let's talk about our next topic. Channel supporters. Patreon and YouTube memberships have been overhauled. Simply put, the old versions of them no longer had rewards that were applicable thanks to how the channel has changed over time, so I've gone ahead and updated them. Now you can be fully aware of what you get by supporting me, and, you'll be the driving force of this channel as I am still unemployed, and every single person that has pledged to me over the last couple of months have quite literally kept me making content as I otherwise wouldn't be able to afford to do so. A massive thanks to all of you. I don't think you quite understand when I say how much it means to me, but it really does. You have literally kept me alive the last couple of months. This, of course, is just a thank you, but please do check out the new Patreon tiers, the new rewards that you get, so you have an understanding as to what goes down now. In addition, Twitch subscribers are now receiving the Patreon benefits as well, as long as your Discord accounts are connected to Twitch. So if you happen to have an Amazon Prime thing that you haven't used, or whatever they're called on Twitch now, Twitch Prime, right? Yeah, Twitch Prime. If you happen to have a Twitch Prime sub you're not using on anyone else, feel free to come spend it on me. You get some cool perks. Whoop-de-doo! If you want to see a full overview of all the perks, do feel free to go check out the Patreon page. The link is in the description, and it'll have descriptions for all of it. It is much easier for you to go read it yourself than for me to sit here and blabber. Now, for those that don't know, we have a Discord channel. We've had a Discord channel for literally ages, but it still seems like a lot of you don't know that it exists. If you would like to get news and updates much faster, talk to the general community or myself, or even join in on the Lupine Weekly held every Sunday, I highly suggest that you join it. I am no longer using the everyone command, so, feel safe knowing that I won't ping you unnecessarily. If you would like to join the Discord, the link is both on screen and in the description, so that you can get both the updates and all the fun at the same time, right? You can probably tell that these videos are unscripted. I'm kind of just babbling on myself at this point. Speaking of babbling on like there's no tomorrow, this is going to be the point where we babble the most. The last thing I want to cover today is the future of the channel and what I plan on doing when all the current content comes to an end. Now, in the YouTube spectrum of things, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been done to death. Knowing this, I'm not exactly planning on stopping, any of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Content that I make. I still enjoy the game a ton, but a lot of the formats that exist today have been done to death. Things like Sealed Only, of course I am on my second season, this will probably be the final season for quite a while. While it is really fun to do, what are we gonna call it, the fad is kind of dying off. It kind of deserves to rot in hell because there's a lot of people that's done it at this point. But simply put, I don't think I'd want to spend the time making another season after this, at least not immediately after it's done. Keep in mind, I am planning to make Season 2 25 episodes, so we'll see how well that goes. Then, of course, we have Time Warped, which for quite a while now has actually been rolling really smoothly. It's been a ton of fun recording with Akorion. He is one hell of a dude, and if you haven't checked out his channel yet, why not? He makes content of his own, and he definitely deserves more recognition that he's gotten. But it also comes to a point where you kind of know, like, I can probably only do this series once, right? Unlike some other content creators, I wouldn't be able to make a Time Warped 2, simply because it just wouldn't be the same. When that comes to a close, it will officially be the end of the Time Warped formula for the channel. I don't think I'd want to repeat it with anyone else, let's be honest here. Speaking of Time Warped, actually, it may or may not be taking an extended break coming shortly, as Akorion is turning out to become a dad again, meaning he's gonna need some dad time off, and to be honest, I am not about to pull him away from his child to play children's card games. I'm not that rude. So, if he at any point talks to me and says like, hey dude, we need to take a break for a while, I'll just be like, cool dude. And now you all know. I will be releasing an update video on Time Warped in case that happens, so don't worry about it too much just yet. So where does that leave us? Well, we're approaching the 2K mark, which, when I started this channel just about a year ago, I never thought we'd break even half of that. I'm still amazed that people are still genuinely interested in watching the crap that I put on screen. I can't say my channel is as good as the numbers I have. I know I've made a ton of rookie mistakes throughout the, almost year now that I've been doing this, and honestly, if I had the time to go back and change all of it, I'd make sure the quality was up to par on every single video. However, that's not something I can do. I can just take the knowledge that I've learned and kind of move on from there. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing though, because my god, this year has been incredibly exciting in content creation land. Ooh boy. Now, there will be a Q&A video released for the 2K subscriber milestone thing, I guess. So if you do have a question you'd like me to answer in a video for all to see, there will be a special channel on the Discord, probably released either today or tomorrow, as of this video's release anyway, where you can just send in whatever questions you'd like me to answer, and I'll try and do as many of them as possible into its own video. That video, of course, will not be released until the 2K mark, so click the subscribe button, ho 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 ho. But, as always, I am humbled by the amount of attention you have all given me throughout this, previous year, I suppose. On November 1st, this channel officially turns 1 year old. I'm planning to celebrate it somehow, but I have yet to decide how. If you have any suggestions of what you'd like me to do for such a celebration, do leave it in the comments of this video, or again, send it to me on Discord, because I tend to answer the fastest there. Now, as always, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekends, remember to stay safe out there, and enjoy the new outro.